Welcome to Meadowbrook Memories podcast. I am Jelly, otherwise known as Glester Prince. My co-host is Hitchcock, otherwise known as Alfred Henry. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore the stories behind the magic that was created at Meadowbrook. In over a span of 4 years, between 1982 and 1986, we saw the transformation of a small co-educational school with less than 1,200 students, 800 girls and 400 boys, into a successful sports and scholastic champions, winning 7 major trophies, 3 Sunlight Cup, 2 Topping Cup, 1 Walker Cup, and 1 Nutriment Shield. And to crown these achievements, Meadowbrook also produced 2 Rhodes Scholars, Cavell Creighton in 1987 and Andrea Wright in 1989, both graduates of Meadowbrook in 1983. In this podcast series, we will be speaking to persons, both males and females, who are actively involved in this incredible journey, along with friends and family and staff at Meadowbrook, which inspired the environment that created this golden era. We hope you enjoy our discussion. Please give us as much support and encouragement that you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Hello, this is Jelly, your Meadowbrook Memories host. Wouldn't you like to know how Meadowbrook won 7 trophies in 4 years in the 1980s? Purchase a copy of my book, The Starling Surprise, for a friend, a relative, or a student at Meadowbrook. Thank you. Check the link below. Go. Today is Monday, March 18, 2023, and welcome back to another conversation about Meadowbrook Memories. Me as usual, Jelly, or Glester, or Lance, or Prince, and anyone of those names will do, as I know by now. Joining my co-host today is the best night watchman of the business, Dante, or Ted Greg, and his birth certificate name is Donovan Thomas. And you should go back and listen to Dante Meadowbrook Memories in its own words by going back to episode number 5. And the link will be in the description page when this podcast will come out. Our next co-host is joining us for the first time on this podcast. It's not out as yet, but he was at school at the same time as tonight's guest. And when his podcast is released in a couple of weeks, Meadowbrook students and alum will be very proud of his impressive achievements. So I wait for your podcast come out. Dwayne Smith, or Rick as me call him. Welcome back, Dwayne. Our guest tonight started Meadowbrook in 2000, and Hitchcock told me he originated from that great community of Permacal where I lived for 40 years until I migrated in 2000. And Permacal have the great tradition of producing the first footballer from Meadowbrook, boy, make the All-Manning squad in 1976. Milton Anthony Wills, or Tony Gars, we know him at Permacal. And in my opinion, and I never see him to guess or Rick, the most versatile football me ever see play, whoever come on Meadowbrook. But me say, because I never saw him play, so I now comment on it, right? Permacal also produced Meadowbrook first gold medal at champs in 1977. Jeffrey Walters won the inaugural Class 2 400 meters. And they also produced a certain Glester Prince, Jelly, who captained that first sports team who won a major schoolboy trophy when we won Sunlight in 1982. So if a guest now confirms them come from Permacal, him in a esteemed company, and if him don't confirm that Permacal him come from, we have to go adapt him tonight because him in a esteemed company, right? Our guest was captain of the Manning Cup and the school challenge team in 2006. And as we say, with such an impressive record, we're going to own him a Permacal same way. So I'm going to confirm or deny that when we introduce yourself. I'm eager to get into the conversation with the guest right now. So without further ado, Meadowbrook Memories welcome Rahim Stennett to the conversation. Introduce yourself, Rahim.
Yeah, man, big up. Happy to be here. So, introduce myself. Rahim Stennett, Meadowbrook old boy, what can I say? My time at Meadowbrook has really molded me and shaped me into the person that I am today. It has prepared me for the journey that I took, which was to pursue football in the States on the collegiate level and beyond. My background was electrical engineering. From morning, I was always a science man, physics, maths, chemistry, biology, them they are my subject. And I pursue that in tandem with the football. So essentially, me use the football to get a free education, a free tertiary education in the States. So
Yeah, man. Right.
finished, started out my career, Maryland, move on to Cincinnati State to NJIT, finish out my undergraduate career there, and then I went on to grad school, University of Maine, and graduated with a master's in electrical engineering. So it was a great journey.
Yeah, man. Very impressive, my brother. I'm glad that, you and Rick last, you come tell them story because man think well underrate sportsman, but when I'm here for the story, but I put the rest of the story to bed. Dante, reintroduce back yourself before we go ahead with Rahim.
I mean, first thing I have to say, and this go for both Rick and Rahim, who I had the pleasure of working with as a manager at the Manning Cup team, which he was a part of. The first thing I want to say is, as it relates to your journey, I want to say proper.
Yeah, man.
Me just want to put that out there.
Right away, Dante.
Proper.
Yeah, man.
And that's it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, everybody know me as well already. Dante Tegre, as Jelly say. The birth certificate said Donovan Thomas, but that is very rarely used, Meadowbrook true and true. And as I say, it's a pleasure being here with the young G's.
Yeah,
and the great one, Jelly. Yeah, man. Looking forward to, yeah?
Yeah, man. Proper indeed, Dante. Thank you. Proper
Yeah,
indeed.
man.
Because enough time.
Yeah.
Me and Ishka got a problem here when people think say sportsman no pedigree in terms of academic. So we'll put that to rest tonight when them hear phone two story come out. That a man or a woman or a parent no think say boy when a man play sports him can't do nothing else. So I'm glad we get enough to come talk on this thing. Rick, reintroduce back yourself, my brother, before me going at me start ask Rahim some question. Unmute and reintroduce yourself, Rick. Yeah, boy, yeah, man, boy, yeah.
Yeah. I'm here. Thanks for having me again, gentlemen. I am. My introduction pales in comparison to the gentleman that we have tonight, and I wouldn't want to take away from him and from him. You know what I mean? But I take the pleasure in saying that I have been one of Rahim's teammate for an extended period of time. We would have gone through a lot. Meadowbrook, man, them true and true. And one of my brethren, I consider them as such from them time until now. You know what I mean? But I want to definitely highlight the fact for say that we have been two of the few stalwarts of our generation that has gone through that institution. And we do the thing, and we do it the right way. As much as all them count we out, we would have stood with grace and we would have fought gallantly, even when we box against the wall. You know what I mean? And that is one of the things that I have personified. I know that Ryan definitely has done that. And even after he and I were no longer teammates at Meadowbrook, he would have personified that. And I would have seen his journey and continue to be fascinated by all that he has achieved. No surprise at all. But I also want to say that we personify believing in yourself, and in no way, shape, or form to take away from the guest tonight. Let us get back to Mr. Stennett.
Yeah, man.
Big respect.
Yeah, Rahim. I know you say never listen to them conversation me at that, but the first question I have everybody who come on them conversation here. Did you choose Meadowbrook or Meadowbrook chose you?
I made a pass for still there. So I believe I was at primary school, I attended St. Jude's Primary. And
not for the Waltham.
Yeah, for Waltham there. And it was Campion, Arden, and Meadowbrook. And I passed Meadowbrook and I just go Meadowbrook.
Oh, you pick for the three of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
Meadowbrook was which in terms of order? Where was Meadowbrook in terms of your selection?
At that time, at that time it was my mom who had to deal with the thing,
Are your parents?
She pushed up Campion up there over top. And was number 2, and Meadowbrook was my third child. Much of the G's and everything, and Meadowbrook then put me, so me just go to them put me on, man.
Yeah,
and it turned out to be great.
Yeah, we're not quarrel with that.
No. So in a way, your mother pick Meadowbrook for you, and one of the three tries. My Meadowbrook pick you at the same time. So you didn't know you didn't know what Meadowbrook like Rahim before you got Meadowbrook?
No, sir. Remember, you not really move around that. We never really move around that. We don't know about anybody else, but we never really move around like that as a youth. As a matter of fact, all of the places them I was studying at school, Moran Pine, Moran Beer Belly and Cockpit Country, I just discovered them places in the last 5 years, what I say. So it's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing.
So when you pass the Meadowbrook now, what the first thing come to your mind after it? Before you even go on campus, where thing come to your mind?
You know, you have the bigger youth them in the area tell about high school and them have the store them are gonna make you wine pan tree and man I go take away your lunch money and I said, me I go high school, me say no sir. So I go Meadowbrook, me kinda it was a little bit of fear. They mean still now you go high school as a 12-year-old, you're just rolling at the school with a new bag and your new clothes and your new shoes and look out for man if you take away your things and it just never like that. It just nobody never take away my things.
No, Meadowbrook never have that tradition at all. Meadowbrook did not.
No.
So now that you mention it, the youth them would not tell me them thing. Them used to go Penwood High School and them kind of school. So I guess the experience over them side is different.
A different connection.
Mm-hmm.
So when you which part you used to live at the time, Rahim?
So when I just started Meadowbrook, Pembroke, Kenhill Drive, right at the church. Yeah, man. Kenhill Drive.
Confirmation,
Dantes. I want to. Just I'm pressing resume, so I have to adapt me anyway, but when I need to do that, the man I confirm that.
Yeah.
He must follow the true great Pembroke tradition and produce fine performance. But we're getting at that, right? But definitely we're getting at that, right? So, the first day I Meadowbrook, now you said never went before. What impression you get the first time you reach on the campus of Meadowbrook?
I mean, I was just soaking it all in. I really didn't have an opinion per se. I was just letting it happen, and soaking it all in. You know, make some really good friends. Actually, that first year, one of the first man them when I see I play football was Rick,
Yeah.
Rick, I don't know if you recall, Rick, me never play football at 7th grade, At 8th grade, I started playing football,
So
and I actually never play no organized football until me reach high school.
Oh, so when you start going Meadowbrook, you learn how to play football at a certain way then?
No, man, I play like asphalt football.
Yeah, man, scrimmage on the road.
No, man, could I play, man?
Yeah, but first, I play organized football, grade 8, Pepsi.
Okay.
Rahim, remember if you tell them about Interfarm, though, I remember the first run at Interfarm. No, may I say no, because that's important in a Rahim, because remember that was one of the reasons why we start pressure me and say, you can do the thing.
Yeah.
You see me? Because ideally, remember you have to push out, ideally before. Me not really want to jump the story and think. Because him have a talented sibling, man then. You see me?
Yeah.
Where his sister is concerned and all of them, something and thing, you see me? So he must always a brain box and thing, but we usually play ball. Tell us we usually kick out the shoes early morning and then sitting there and after school and all of them something, which that kind of thing that became a tradition in our time where it evolved from just court ball to a thing we call Skillman League.
Yeah.
So the best in the school we play it where people sit down and watch it like an Interfarm. At the toughest. You see, on a Friday afternoon, you see up on the library, up there, so up which by the art room usually there.
Man. Yeah, remember that little league there?
So
Neo was a man involved in that.
Which part that? I want to play
on the court. No, on the court.
On the court itself, okay.
On the court. Yeah,
on the tennis court. Okay, I got
you. Yeah, man.
On the tennis court. We start that.
Yeah, my experience a little right, Me actually come watch at one Friday evening, come watch the league play. See some man play decent. It was a night. Jelly, I don't know if you remember our 7-a-side on top field.
Yeah, man, yeah, something like that.
The league that where Rick talked about would have rivaled that.
But it wasn't an organized league.
Yeah, man, it's well organized, man.
No, man. Well,
Very
for
well
hours,
organized.
well, for hours, it was a little bit more than that. So to not take away, I don't want Ryan to play down that because that was how we knew that he could have played. I knew that he could have played.
Mm-hmm.
Where I come from, so he was very unorthodox because all of the ball of them would have basically already played. And I told you this the other day for say, yo, me don't want to tell Rahim story, I want Rahim for dead because, as I said, me give people them flowers. I'm talk this in front, I'm talk behind him, but not only to you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, man, you go ahead, man. Finish up.
No, man, I say, yo, I've always spoken about that. And I say, for the man, and that is why I take friendship so important. And think. So you see, Rahim, I knew about Rahim through PE. Me and him never did in the same 7th grade, but which part them usually do PE at one point in time, me could have seen in classroom and thing, and then interfarm now. Play against him in that interfarm. And his side never really good. But you would have a little bit of problem. So you always have that one ball of them. Yeah, interfarm find the ball of them. Yeah, interfarm find the ball of them and them thing. And if you remember them time, they know when you have a ball, you know, we have a little one left foot and them thing there. When you have left foot ball, they usually bad.
Yeah.
So Rahim, hold on. Rahim, a left footer?
Yeah, man, left foot originally.
What about that? Oh, yeah, go like you don't want to tell about the exploit.
But you know what?
I be shy, man.
I know Rahim to be 2-footed.
We're going to try to do don't worry.
In the latter part of my high school career, I developed the right foot now. So by the time I go college at 2 foot, I can bomb it off. So that was kind of one of my strong points. Strong in the ear and strong off of either side. So
talk about the competition, man, and the court competition. How you get involved in that? Talk about that, right?
So as I said, Rick was one of the man who stand out. Rick had just the star from them time. They be a step over, man, and drop. Play some mash up like Rick a pile man, salad man and a score. Like Rick was just one of them standout man the way. You just have to watch him when you play, you have to watch him close and you still can't really mark him. So it was just a joy just competing. As Rick said, my side never really that good. Me find myself from defense to forward one time and like goal me up which I don't want to go score power. So it was just one of them things the way you just have to do what you have to do and try to compete the best way you can.
So what's some of the man then? All right, go ahead, Dante, before we go ahead.
So Rahim, you would have played against Rick in an interfarm and that type of thing there.
Yeah, man.
In the early stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. So rivalry become friendship.
Right. I'm still never joined the school team till 8th grade because I never played as I said, I never played organized football.
We're coming at that, man. But more asking because Rick mentioned something and he must say you have some family. You have family come from Meadowbrook?
No, not Meadowbrook. My sister, she went to Wolmer's. She was a volleyball player and she played for the national team and, you know, like...
Oh, your sister, you come from a sporting family and that. Okay, we'll talk about that. Yeah. You talk about that. What's your sister name?
My sister is Rahim Stennett, straight A student. She's a doctor right now, a medical doctor. As a matter of fact, the reason, like, I was known at Meadowbrook as a brains man, like a book man. And the reason behind that was my sister, because my sister naturally books. She used to come home and do her homework, and if me not do work, would I look bad? So it was really my sister who really pushed me and give me the push there. So my sister straight A, man. She have to get 100%. She have to be perfect.
So she older than you, younger than you, right?
Younger sister, 1 year.
So you can't make a little baby sister come on and match up the way there.
Exactly. So maybe have the pressure there for. And as a matter of fact, my sister did end up go college before me for a volleyball scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really, my younger sister set me for line as a sportsman.
Yeah, she was a motivation for you then. Yeah. Nice. So you come on Meadowbrook. What's some of the money you meet apart from Rick Wood up on the conversation? What's some of the money you meet in the first term and we remember? And just come Meadowbrook.
Yeah, man, Rick, Donald Chen, you know, big music producer now. I'm still linked with him. You have Neville Thomas. He was in my class. You have some youths we never really in the sports, Christopher Fisher, them man, they never really in the sports, but in terms of sportsman, it was mostly Rick, Donald Chen, and them man, they have a close tie with we all play medieval together under Wagga. So that was just one link in high school. Kevin Ferguson as well.
Yeah.
So you have Aja.
Yeah, Aja. That time last name, when full name?
Well, Aja full name again, Rick.
Aja Aiken.
Okay.
Aja Aiken. But you guys would have heard about Kevin Ferguson when we spoke last week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, Rahim, you know yearbook.
Yearbook. No, sir, no.
But not forget access to them yearbook. I'm going to look on them and have them to serve them. But yeah. So, all right. So, but don't worry about that. We get to that after the year and all of it. What's some of the teachers you remember now, Rahim, when you come to Meadowbrook?
You have Mr. Griffiths, maths teacher. You have Mr. McFarlane, physics teacher. You have some of the names never slip me, but all the science teacher, them man, biology, chemistry teacher, mostly maths. You have Mrs. Hamilton was in charge of the PE department, and she taught bio for a while as well. She taught me directly as well, and a lot of interactions with her through the PE department and sports in general. So yeah.
Mr. Garden.
Mr. Garden, yeah. Mr. Perkins.
Yeah, is that from man that I don't know if you know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, yeah. You sleep on my road. Man, I know a good road though.
Yeah, man, you have Mr. Reed, like that's the son of the principal who took over when I was in grade 10 or 11, I believe, Miss Reed.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Miss Reed. She was a real big supporter of the sports, athletics, especially football.
Yeah.
And
Mr. Reed is a vice principal now, yeah?
Mr. Reed, yeah, man. I saw him Friday, at my school, my son's sports day. I saw him, man.
Oh, which school? Okay. Which school?
Meadowbrook,
Meadowbrook. He's a vice principal at Meadowbrook.
Oh, so which reading?
The Calabar man, you know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got you. So you come to Meadowbrook then now, Rahim. You did under the impression, say, not under the impression. You have the motivation to go on big sportsman and use sports to enhance your career. That was your impression. You think you could have
No, sir. Me just go to school for study my book, you know, that my mother send me to school for, you know.
Yeah.
As me say, I never really purely playing a football till grade 8, and then when that whole thing started, like the football was one of the things them where, like, if my academics would have falter or drop off any certain kind of way, my mother would have a thing where she had withdraw me from the football team, so maybe I have to keep up my academics to be able to play. So that was one of the things that I just had to keep both of them up hand in hand.
Yeah, the same thing, Rick Selassie. That it motivated them to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, for real.
Mm-hmm.
So, how early you recognize the value of sports in your development? Like you say, start play, competitive. Do you recognize that early then, right?
I wouldn't venture so far as to say that, you know, most of we as youths, football was just a outlet. We don't really see. Like, I didn't see the value of football until pretty much, you know, after my graduate with my masters, I'm gonna leave now. I have co-workers who have all of them student loan and all them pressure upon them, and I was able to, you know, come out of that, you know, without any debt. I was able to get an education without any debt, and football, I credit football for that, you know. And, but prior to that, football was just an outlet. It was just something to do after school. The organized football was just something to do to represent your school. The club football was just for me at the time, you know, every kid has dreams of being a professional footballer. You watch the big stars on TV. At them time, there was Beckham on TV and Gerrard and Lampard and them, and we have aspires and desires to be a professional footballer. But for me personally, I didn't really understood what it took. You know, we see the glory on TV, but I never really understood what it took to be a professional until I leave Jamaica and go to college. At that time I realized now, say, you know, like maybe football, even though, you know, this is something I'm passionate about, it's not something that I would want to pursue as a career per se, you know. So I came to that realization after I left Jamaica. So yeah.
I have two questions though, Ryan. How do you? I mean, truthfully, at the time when you were playing, as a youth footballer, and we kind of had this conversation with Rick earlier, it wouldn't have been recognized in a them time. They say if you apply yourself and thing, you could have make. In my mind, it wasn't out there. So this could have been a career, you know, and you could have make mega bucks off a playing, doing something where you like doing. So my question is this: firstly, had it been, had that been instilled in you at the time, would you have pursued that?
I mean, when we played club football on Wagga, like one of the best youth programs in the island at the time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's something that Wagga was instilling in the youths. Like I was under a camp where that was being instilled. Like I wasn't the best one on the team. You know, there was plenty of youths from the inner city, Rick included. That were them just so good. Them born feed as me say me start playing football late, so me have the talent, but never really that good enough to be honest, you know. Like me just have the physique, me have the speed. I was alright in the air. And when I really got college, me really develop as a footballer. Like, you know, in Jamaica, we have football, but it's really just we run to lap and we do some drills and we train and we play. It's more of a natural talent to really drive Jamaican football. We don't really have a development program like that per se. I don't know what the landscape is now, but at the time, I think the best place to be at the time as a youth was under Wagga at Medieval, and I was there. And
I may agree with that, but the second part of my question is this now: could it be that you never realize, you never recognize your talent or your potential as a footballer, maybe because you started late? Could that be a...
I mean, I believe everything happened for a reason, and everything happened everything happens how it's supposed to happen. Like, I have no regrets. Sometimes I do wonder if I would start earlier. And in fact, my son, I just start this past Saturday in football. So I start him earlier to see how he make out.
Well, I'm coming out of frame the question to you now, Rahim, to say a generation later now, your father, you know, I may say, would you encourage your son to do both? I think that's a question. Both in terms of academic and football at the same time. Because
yeah, man. Academics are finite, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Because that's a fallback plan. Yeah.
It's not even a fallback plan, even on the tertiary level in the States. If you're not maintain a grade, you're not playing, you know. And no farmer links, no farmer nothing can get around that. I see the best of the best football player, them have to transfer school and drop out of school because them can't keep up their grades.
And I want to tell you this at the talk that, you know, I know a man where in the 70s, I mean, I call a name to embarrass me. I used to play for Arnett Yard and I got Charles Smith. And he get contract for football in England. And when the man them talk about tactics and like 90-degree corner and all them things, he couldn't follow. So the academics important thing, as I say, you know. It's like football is such a technical, it's a high level thing, you know. It's not when parents see man play football and thinks they have done something play football, that is far from the truth. You have to have a certain amount of intellectual gravitas to grasp the technical thing. Imagine a play for a man like Pep or Jurgen Klopp.
Right. Yeah, and I know Rick played collegiate football as well, and him can tell you if your grades not up, you're not a player. And student classified as student athletes were student first, athlete second. Go.
Yeah. Well, all right, remember go back to the early days then, look. I want to brush over that. So you start play a Meadowbrook on the tennis court right in front of the library, right? And so you recognize you're good enough to start, you could have make a team.
Me never had a pre like that. Me just a play. It was just a me just a play football like I would play in my neighborhood. But I'm on like
play
Rick
for
now,
fun.
you know what say. Me fi join the team now. So Rick encouraged me and the fact that me never started till 8th grade, look like me not take no telling for about 1 year later. So so as I mentioned it, me I recall now. So
yes, so Rick, you start playing football long before Rahim then?
Okay.
You start playing football, you start playing ball long before Rahim? Age-wise.
Reason. I come out of belly and play ball. Yeah,
yeah man, we could have tell man.
Yeah, man. Remember Rick come Meadowbrook as a baller, you know.
Yeah.
A whole heap of coconut my bust up for my mother, you know, because I usually play ball with our coconut them inside our kitchen, you know.
Yeah,
You I tell you what. But organized football was like at 11, 10, 11.
Yeah.
So the primary school at the time, 5th grade, 6th grade, most one of the few youths them where the PE teacher recognized. I said, no man, you can't come give us strength. But my brother never did. You know what I mean? And my brother was a baller. But he was a brains box just the same.
Yeah. And by the way, as you mentioned that, in that primary school football competition at the time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Primary school, man. Was that one of the artist thing, man? Yeah, man. So you have primary school, you have prep league and primary league.
Yeah, man. No, when I asked, when we have a school, we never have primary school league at all, Rick.
Okay.
That's why I asked, that new thing. And Rahim, you never played no primary school football at all, St. George?
No primary school football.
Okay. I got you. So
in mind, I played primary league for an extended period of time, and I played a couple matches. When I tell you, I'm a T4 and go play, man. That's a lot of part, man. Just G-SAT, man.
Yeah. That's before to get G-SAT. Yeah.
Yes, it was a PE. Me usually dominating a PE, and the coach I said, no, man. You can't do no worse than the big boy them have from my side and them thing. That was it. Yeah.
So let me ask you something, Rahim. You said I play. Which why you learn to play football then?
We just like from Jamaica make the World Cup. 98.
Yeah.
98. From them time, them really recall fall in love with football. Me used to always want ball. Me used to always have my football. And me had the man in the community with the ball. So on my ball, I play up. Me organize the football in the community. We a kick ball, but it was never organized. Fall in love with it long time, but we just never get a chance to play nothing organized. You understand? So.
When I play scrimmage cross on the asphalt.
Exactly. Yeah. And the road and them way there, but nothing organized.
And you come from a rich football community, you know. Actually, I kind of participate in the football in the community there.
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry will tell you, me have a little relationship with Pembroke Hall as well in terms of football.
Yeah. But you see, Pembroke Hall football did fall off, Dante. The politics in the 1980 election and never recover from that at all.
Me know.
You see me, I said to you.
No, but Roots.
Yeah, man, it's our tradition there. Roots. Richard Nathan, yeah.
Roots fight hard, and one of the time him kind of recruit me for help him rebuild it.
Yeah. But I don't know if Rahim no root. But we're gonna have a more. To on the right about that, we're gonna have a more organized and more influence.
Far more with more support.
Yeah, man.
And everything, yeah, man.
We're gonna have better infrastructure in place. Upon Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
Without
By far.
So when you come to Meadowbrook now, Rahim, when you start playing in 8th grade, you never play Colts or nothing like that at all. The first competition you play was what?
Pepsi, man. Pepsi, 8th grade.
So what? Come again. Doing? So what the first match you play? You remember play? Who you play, Rahim?
Well, I really couldn't tell you, who play so many matches. So Pep's Colt, I believe Colt start. What the age for Colt again? Was it 15?
15 and
under 16.
Under 15.
Pembroke first play, right? Pembroke first to play. Pembroke first to play and beat them.
Under 14, Pepsi or Colts?
That would be Pepsi, right?
Pepsi, yeah.
Yeah.
No, man.
Who was the coach?
Huh?
Yeah, who was
Who
the
was the
coach of the
coach at the
team?
Pepsi side then?
Yeah,
McFarlane.
Mr. McFarlane. You know, so I see him the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Remember me that tell about McFarlane, man, at one point in time. So it was him as a Pepsi coach, and then you had Sinclair.
That's a big head, Andrew
Yeah,
Sinclair.
big head. McFarlane are the same. Him name Shaba
No, Shaba come after.
after. Okay, cool.
So
Shaba came after.
Rahim, you mentioned that. Who was the principal at the time you got school?
It was from grade 7 to grade 10 was Mrs. Reed. No, Mrs. What the principal name again? Doing?
Low.
Mrs. Lowe.
Low.
Yeah, Mrs. Lowe, yeah.
Ninth grade.
What's that?
The ninth. I think it was the ninth grade, and then when Miss Reed come in, and at the latter part of ninth grade going into 10, cause Miss Lodi did and was ill.
Yeah, so let me ask you a question, Rahim. When you come to Meadowbrook, man, you realize you can't play, and you have to play big baller like Rick. You didn't know some Meadowbrook have a tradition where them win Walker Cup before. When you hear about that, did you know about that at all?
Yeah, man, me start hear about them thing there. Honestly, me never know about it in the earlier years. And when we reach Manning Cup level now, and we have a look side, and we end up go Walker Cup second round, me start hear about the history of them now. Me never know about the history there until like in the latter part of up in the Manning Cup stages.
And
but
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but in the Pepsi and Coke stage, like it was like honestly, you asked me which team I play. It was a blur to me. Like me just a play ball. Me just a go training and play ball. It was just a blur to me. Me couldn't match it out if you ask me right now.
Yeah, you see why I ask the question now. When you go to school like KC or Calabar, you're gonna know the history. Once you step in school.
Exactly.
I mean, I say it's something we drop the ball somewhere, or as Rick said last, you could dash the ball. It's like we never talk about that tradition then at the school at all when I come there.
No. Big time drop the ball, Jelly. I you know that was one of my pet peeve, even as the president of the PSA, Our Students Association.
Yeah.
One of my dream was to recognize all of the
sports people them.
The sports people them. Everybody, wall of fame, them type of thing there. And I think we drop that big. And you see, because we drop that, we lose a whole heap of youth.
Yeah, man.
Honestly.
Yeah, man. Them two man I say now with them impressive record, I mean I say. So let me ask Rahim the question though. Do you think Rahim, right? When you realize say you play with a good team, or you have good football, because as far as me concerned, you aren't good enough for go get collegiate scholarship overseas. So that means you're not good enough for them to take Meadowbrook. Then the last year to the Walker Cup. Did you get the support here like that? You never think that Meadowbrook could have win one of them trophies if the talent wasn't enough?
Yeah, man. I mean, we were competing with all the best teams at the time. The thing is that the team, in my opinion, just never have the depth there. You have a man like Rick, outstanding. I have a few other man where was basically I hold up the team, but the team never have the depth like that. I remember the year we played against a Jago team, and I think we had the longest team score upon them. They beat everything in the group stages, and I think we were the only team that scored upon the CMU with Kevin Ferguson. I even scored a goal. We tied 1-1 or 2. What was the score? 2-1 or 1-1?
Yeah, Rick, let us tell you about that.
Yeah, and I remember that game. At that game, we were just feeding off the crowd. It was a home game with a player Marvel, and we just a feed off of the crowd. And sometimes the underdog just catch a vibe. But from all intensive purposes, if you look on the Jago team, it was just the team just had depth. Everybody on the side good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that was just something that I feel Meadowbrook just never had.
So let me ask. Yeah, go ahead, Dante. I have a question, but you go ahead.
Could it be? You see, sometime with support, you get a thing named belief.
Right.
And sometimes you see if we can get them type of belief that in the you. Because for example, you see you coming at a thing, and you never know, say, you're there at a certain level, and a Rick say, yo, come play some ball, because him see you.
Right, exactly,
And,
yeah.
and him know, and really, what if that kind of support and belief was wider?
Exactly.
You understand what I say? If you had a whole heap of man round here, say, yo, you're good and and I build the other youth them when they round the program. And that's one of the issue where we have.
Man.
You know,
man, I think that would have been a game changer. I think that is what distinguishes a KC or a JC from a Meadowbrook. JC and Kingston have the support system of the All Boy Association, was really support and our hands on with the team, the sport, the school teams and so forth. So yeah, I think that's definitely a thing.
So yeah, go ahead, Dante. Sorry.
So Jelly, sorry for thing that. But you know, cause me probably a plan for run out. No plan, me go for run. But me just want to make sure. So you see your thing where you have Jelly where you say we want to get some man to go back into the school and you know link with the youth, them sit down with the youth, cause that make a difference, you know.
Yeah,
you remember that plan where you had?
Yeah, man. Yeah. The lunch plan we are talking about. Yes.
Lunch plan. You sit down with a youth and have lunch, reason with a youth, and thing, and say, yeah, you know, it's a part of building confidence and mentorship.
Yeah.
So you see the importance of these things where I several times here you talk about it on your program. You know, we need to actualize some of them things.
Yeah, man, yeah. But let me tell Rick and Rahim what me that talk about. That the idea when we have Rick and Rahim is to introduce a program where a man can sit down and eat lunch with a boy or a girl in Meadowbrook on a regular basis. You follow me? I said to him, talk to them instead of have no fancy thing in the life on a regular basis. You have one student and that's properly organized, you know. And vet everybody and all them things. And you go sit down, you pick a boy or a girl and you just go talk to them. Well, not perfect to go talk to them on a regular. If a man they are foreign and him can't come, him send a money go give a man and say, go eat a lunch with a youth there and start with a vibe of circle. Trust me, Dante, if we could get that off of the ground, that change the vibe of the school, man. Because there's no connection. No connection at all.
You see, if you could have started something like this with 50 human beings.
Yeah, man.
It would have made a major difference in the school.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That particular program there where it's like, say I do nothing particular and just I say, I have better vibes with the past student and the current student. And you talk to them about your time at Meadowbrook, you listen to them and then have a dialogue and a conversation with them. So yeah. That's how the plan.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that would be very impactful for real.
Yeah, man. No, I talk about that for a while now on the podcast, but I don't follow it up because me just can't run off my mouth. Me need somebody to come take me on and say, I'm gonna talk to the principal. I'm gonna bring up the sediment, Dante. Because true, me have a plan to say to talk about something, a bigger plan to do certain. But this is one of them I'm trying to right now. I must find out and say, and somebody let's start doing it now. Donna. White, Philibert.
Yeah.
Like a little pilot thing, but it's like it's a constant, man. It's a constant thing. It can't be a one-off thing. It's a systematic and organized.
Yeah, man. And I am available to help out with that as well. So
no, man, definitely that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea now, right? To get it set up in a way, and you just constantly get one student from all age group from top back to the youth. Yeah. So
yeah, man.
But let me ask you some more thing about you, Rahim, and the football and all of it. So you start playing now, you say you reach a stage now where when you realize you're good enough to make the Manning Cup team. Why you ask about you're good at them. I just say now I say you can't test Rick, but you say you can't match him.
Yeah, man. So I remember distinctly. We're all Colts age group, right? And Rick get called up to the Manning Cup team. So when Manning Cup I play, Rick did as our age group I play Manning Cup and I watch. As a matter of fact, Rick really inspired me. As a matter of fact, as I mentioned it. So Rick was one of the only young players that was playing with the big team, and we used to go to match them and I watched Rick play and it was really and truly inspiring. I don't even think I ever told you this, Rick, but you were one of the men that really inspired me for really take football serious and really take it far.
Big up.
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
Big up.
Yeah, man.
So when you say Rick, I do it, yeah, say, yo, me can do it. So Rick, yeah, inspiration from you there at school.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Big thing. But yeah, that good.
Yeah, man. That didn't reach me too, you know. When I first song, I have 2 man in first song I play Sunlight, you know. Dougie Crooks and Cracking. Yeah, man. Dougie and Cracking I play. Glenn Atkins I play Sunlight from first song. And them man, that was my inspiration. Yeah, man. First
Dougie, and you end up captain Dougie in a you end up captain him in a Sunlight.
I don't think he play on I mean, I don't think he play Sunlight here now. Guarantee.
No.
The last year in there school, I don't think he play. When we captain the thing, I don't think he play. But yeah. No, he never play. He
play 81 though.
He play 81, but he never play 82 when we captain it. No, I don't play 81 either, and I don't think so. My further never play. I don't think so.
No, further play 81. Come. Me and Dougie have a history too, you know, because me and Dougie in the same industry too, you know?
Yeah, in the tech field, yeah.
In the IT field, yeah.
So, you get inspired now. So, let me ask you something now. Because you say he's a man where you have to keep up your schoolwork. Your schoolwork never drop off at all during none of this. Your mother never have to tell us.
Yeah, man, it drop off one at a time, man, and my mother take me off my team. And the fastest me ever straighten up.
You want to play ball?
Yeah, man.
So what you do?
Mr. Rick, as a young youth, I play a Manning Cup under, was it Coach Henry at the time, right, Rick? I believe it was Coach Henry at the time called up Rick to the Manning Cup team. I watched Rick play a Manning Cup, and you know, it just seemed like a big thing at the time.
Yeah.
You know, look at you, just I play with the big man them. You know, Manning Cup man them seem like a big man to we. When we just come off of Pepsi, are going to Coles and Rick up there with the big man them. So it was truly inspiring.
Yeah. I feel. So the first Manning Cup match you play, remember, on that team where you got the quarterfinal of Walker Cup. What year that was?
Remind me, was that 2006 or 5?
I suspect it was 05.
I don't recall the year, you know.
Rick the palm mute. I just said that over. So talk about it. The year not that important. Then come on, can't put it.
Come again. Right here, there was a lull period.
What year was the Walker Cup quarter final where when I got to Rick did up on a team there? Rahim did on a team there, yeah.
Yeah, 03.
Was 03, okay.
Yeah, man, 03. Yeah. Oh yeah, 03, 04 season.
And what farm in at that time there, Rahim?
03, that's a 10 grade 10. Grade 9 going to grade 10.
Yeah, that's a fourth farm.
So the 2 and a fourth farm. 2 and a same farm together.
Yeah, man, same farm.
Yeah. So on the take that team go quarterfinals and then when I realize but I think Meadowbrook dashed the ball for true, you know. Because if we reach the quarterfinal. So listen, let me ask you this, Rahim. What other school and that are different at the time? Did they recruit players or why they could have a more organized team than we at Meadowbrook at the time?
You know what? I really can't. I remember we have football. We just have a lot of support at the time. There's a lot of people coming in and just like, you know, bring food or we have football camp. I think I believe one time we go country, go camp out for like a week or so. We used to camp out on the battlefield, train 2 times a day. We just summertime. We just focus and we have the support system of some external people. Again, it was a blur to me. It's a blur to me now, but I could feel the support then. I could really feel the support. I know recalls more clearly, but there was I just remember being at the school all the time. We had lunch, we were well fed, and we were training. And we were beach around sands. We were just really getting the training in. So I think that was it.
So the bottom line is support.
Exactly.
Support.
Yeah.
make a major difference.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Let me chime in a little bit here. Let me chime in a little bit.
yeah, man.
Think one key point Rahim missed is separate and apart from the externalities that came in after the fact, we had a cultural shift. You know what I mean? Yeah, we definitely had a cultural shift. I won't be one to take credit for that, but definitely I can proudly say that I would have been one of those persons that would have advocated, not only myself, you had man like Andre Ingram, Fergie, Kevin Ferguson, Wright himself, Donald, Cooleyman McCall, Donald Chen. So what happened?
Aja was a part of that team as well.
Aja. So yeah, man. And then we had a manager, what we call him, who was Onyanta Walker, wasn't a footballer, but that man him just love the team because him just love sports, but he can't play.
Yeah.
You see? So the thing is that we developed like a brotherhood to the point where Rahim saying the school and everything, we did everything there. So we had this type of belief in ourselves, and no for the man, they never really liked me as the captain in the initial stages simply because, as I say, because I was used to winning at the club level, I knew what it took. So you see, even if it is that we had a coach who never won anything, I knew what it took because 9 out of 10 times I always come off a victorious season, either under 17, under 20, under 15, and majorly because as I'm 14, 15, I play at the highest level for the club.
Yeah.
So when I came there, and as much as we're a friend and we ramp on them thing there, when I see them on them slack off, I don't like that because I know so we can't win. So I remember we weren't gifted technically because some of the players we had to do like an in-house mentoring. So like Rahim would have been one of the players were very competent. So Rahim responsible for 2 man. When I can't control and anything, him work with them. So we never have 2 competent players for the most part. Right. Doing the jobs at any given time. So you help out a man who can't really help himself. You know what I mean? So that internal support drove a level of commitment and build a level of camaraderie where we appreciate it. And even know that actually holds some of the relationships with a couple of the man them. We can talk broadly about that. You see me? But separate internal thing. And that brotherhood brought a lot of support from the external forces where Rahim would have talked about. Freddie, big up Freddie. Big up Freddie. Because Freddie would have rallied quite a few of the man them. Dante, the first time he meet you, Freddie bring you around just to see him. So
that's not true.
Deal with certain way if you say, I know what this feel like, I know what like support. And you see that? We developed a certain level of belief in ourselves. Because listen, man, when we start playing as much as how Jago did go on, we say, all right, we know more than likely we're going to lose against Jago. But here we're going to, you say, if we win one match against them or we even draw with them, we know so we can beat out everybody. And that was the thing. You do it mathematically and say, all right, them boy you can't beat with, this is where we might have some challenges, blah, 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 whatever. And that was what we did. And when everybody back winners, you see, once we started to get turning out some unorthodox victories, trust me.
The whole school behind it.
Yeah, man. We can't talk about that, man. Me and Dante can't talk about that.
We're not a problem for come out of class no more. We're not a problem for come out of class no more. And mind you see, our better players are some of the brightest. Not just in the sports, in them, we call it in them course.
Academic.
Whatever one thing. So, Rahim always in the top 5. Me always in the top 5. Fergie are the same thing. This man are the same thing. So everybody was always, so they will compete in the classroom and they're completing by and large on the field. You can't wait to do that. So even if a man have a behavioral or attitudinal problem at some point in time, you see the mere fact them are producing at the classroom, they're willing to work with you a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that was unheard of too.
Yeah. You want to comment on that, Rahim?
No, man. No, I agree with Rick wholeheartedly. It was definitely a cultural shift that garnered the support of the school by and large, and as well as some external forces as well. So I definitely agree with that.
So you must have been disappointed then that it never reached a level where it would even reach a finals or a compete.
Yeah, man. When we drop out, man, every man a ball, man. Living here, water, man.
So me have to put an ask question. Because I never did it. I did a foreign at the time. And the information when I give me now, I never know. Dante didn't know, but I never aware right at that. Where you think could have done different? And you said that first, you said the first, Rahim, and then Margaret. What you think could have been done different than them 2-3 years there? Because when I hear the two on you know, I'm too impressive I think me and then have some impressive other man around. We have a nucleus of man who I think we could have done one or two trophy at that time there. What do you think we could have done different? From just what needed to do for make a reach a stage there? You take that first question. And I just one the man who are quarterbacking and I said, boy, what we can do I go forward it? What because for such impressive man come through Meadowbrook. Right? And then go on to prove it after I leave school, go college and all that. I want to talk about that, right? But what do you think we need to do? What need to happen to go forward? How we gonna make sure this not again?
I mean, I think just like every other any other athletic or football institution, it needs to be set up like an academy. You need to go and create the culture and the youth since the Pepsi stage, since 7th grade when I come in, garner the culture from there and just give them something to look forward to as they progress through the years. It can't just be a group of man who it was just a stroke of luck or the stars were aligned and a group of men come together and we do something good and it just stop there. So it's just we can't just leave it up to chance that we have to take more control and really create an environment where the kids and the young men can shine and
before I comment on that, more you Rick said because I have a comment on that. Rick, you have a comment on that. What do you think we can do different? I agree with Rahim. I'm going to tell you why I agree with. Go ahead, Rick.
So dovetailing from what Rahim have said, which I fully echo his sentiments. Separate and apart from that is, you see, the administrators for sports need to look at sports differently. That's the first thing, because you can't put the cart before the horse, which in hindsight, and even now, that's pretty much what we've been doing. You see, you can't retain the handful of athletes that actually come in who has some sporting acumen that we can actually build on, right? And separate and apart from that, we don't have the know-it-all, the infrastructure to want to for those athletes who would have came up with some patriotism in them to want hold on for the long haul like I did, and even Rahim. You see where I come from? But if you don't have the policy or if you don't have the framework there that you can operationalize to say, okay, all right then, we're building a program, which is what Freddie would have wanted to do. We're building a program, and then we know that it will reap some benefits over a period of time. The administrative side of the things want to have some dividends on them investment right off the bat. It don't always work like that. I'm not saying that you have an abundance of resources, but what needs to happen is that you look upon the thing from a pragmatic perspective, because the return on investment in the medium to long term is vast.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very vast. You know what I mean? And we're speaking about this not only from a sporting or recreational perspective, we're looking at it from a 360 view, because you have to have a certain amount of grades for play.
Yeah.
Academia is not necessarily the issue.
No.
So if it is that you sustain the academia, all right, boom, the athletes them put up a tutoring program. The old boy themselves will come in. Me can do that. Me start a program in my community where we graduate from where people drop out of school and them literally could have gone one evening class, so them don't pay a dime. You see where I come from? Some of us have said, if one little youth can do that and think, we can do it on a larger scale, simply within the school. Now, the next part of the thing that would need to happen, definitely, is the fact to say, watch, the mindset, the overall mindset of the youths them. And that is basically a shared vision, because it starts from internal and then it cascades external. So if it is that you can cultivate an environment where the youngsters recognize that, we are student first and then athletes after, and then we recognize, well, they're both entwined, and we're going to work on both of them at the same level with a certain amount of alacrity, we'll get a better response from the parents on the outside. So the parents will want to pledge their commitment to them children doing better. And by and large, those who can afford it, be it monetarily or through influence, will get support from those who have it to help us with the resources.
And that is why a framework is important.
And as you're speaking, Rick, I recall like a handful of youths, that were let me say trouble just so everybody could understand. There were a handful of youths that the administrative side of the school was just so penile on them. Like, I understand youths make mistake, but I don't feel like there's a support system to understand why there were some behavioral issues, and they end up like kick out the youth out of school, promising footballer get kicked out of school, and I don't know where they ended up or where they went to, and also promising footballers who never get a chance to go sixth form.
And that is that. I'm gonna comment on that, and Dante can talk about that directly. Dante, you talk about the way, because we have that in Meadowbrook,
Mm-hmm.
That's our one 7 trophy in 4 years, That's exactly so. And that right about in my book, Oh, Meadowbrook won 7 trophies in 4 years. It's what I talk about. We have first farm program, under 14, and all I think them is a year to take care of. And Freddie, in that room, Freddie, unfortunately, Fred leave and got JC. And him turn JC in the powerhouse by using the set program where we have a Meadowbrook. So it's unfortunate that Meadowbrook dash the ball as it's a last secret. Because the program there, winning is not an easy thing, But you have to have a program where you follow. And Dante, explain to them what happened to you when you get in a disciplinary problem at Meadowbrook in the 80s.
Yeah, and me go in on that. Cause me soon have to run out.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Let me say this though. Let me say this. Yeah. Let me talk about that first. So me get in that trouble. And Rick, me was like you. I think me was a bright youth, but give whole heap of trouble,
And Dante never played on a team specifically per se, but him round the team, right.
In and around some program, but me not really a play. At least me used to play youth Pepsi under 14 and not Pepsi under 14 and cricket.
Yeah.
And thing. And but me there in and around, cause when me come first farm, Jelly them I play Sunlight and me they round the team and me feel like me's a part of the team, cause they were that accommodating. And truthfully, it's from there so me get the inspiration to say me I do work for Meadowbrook. Through them Monday. Me tell them that all the while. And them give me the inspiration. But one of the things that we had though is that we had some teachers and an administration that understood people. So me get in a trouble, and in fact, even the principal, me and the principal on nickname basis as a troublemaker. And thing. And me get in a trouble and the principal ourselves say, boy, Tegre, this is it, you have to go now. You have to go. And this is apart from several teachers carry me to Spanner and say, them now staying at the school with me and Spanner work it out. And then me do a thing. Let me tell you what I do. I go Sabina Park when Jelly them are playing the finals and graffiti the entire Sabina Park as a little youth. Tegra was here. Sabina Park white in them, graffiti that red. Tegra was here with a red marker. Me and Shane. Tegra and Shane was here, and it reached back and she said, them have to expel me, Ray, because she get words. And I guess she said it look bad now, me I forgot. And the dread pick it up. The dread we Jelly talk about and him
set the program
teach Freddie.
Yeah.
You get me? The dread pick it up and say, here we go on. So him just come in a Spanner office and say, Mrs. McLennan, that's the kind of respect that him had as well. Him just say, Mrs. McLennan, I'll take care of it. And so me that don't know what me feel like, say me get her. And the judge said, Tegra, you come into training later, right? Come meet me and help me carry the gears. Yeah. I'm going to go in my office, as usual, I'm going to go in my office early, pick up the gears then. And it's when me go up through the top field there, the dread organized the entire cricket team for discipline me,
But
about a good 15, 20 minutes of beating me getting up. 15, you know,
but you're staying at the school.
Me hear when I talk about a thing a while ago when I say, Una had basically kind of like a self-police.
Yeah.
Una don't know an internal police.
Rule. Right. Enforcing one discipline. Yeah.
So the dread did have a thing like that. But it was the dread they have him own internal discipline. Same way. Yeah, and discipline, we can tell you this. Discipline was one of the biggest things. And that and support. You have to get support anything where you do.
Yeah. And
so
yeah, go ahead, Dan.
You can realize this, the principal was supporting it, the PE master was supporting it. I can tell you the entire team and the supporters, the entire school was in support of the thing. And sorry for being long-winded here, but me have to go in that thing where you talk about in terms of the youth them, where the school kick out. Because when we were involved in the program, you know, we had some situation now. We have a situation with a youth come from Upper Common and then say him is a problem youth, as they say, Rahim. And you know, so me get a team and we go up a common, go up in yard. Because the youth, they're bright too.
Mm-hmm.
And we go up there and find out, say, it's not the youth are the problem, it's the environment.
Yeah.
Right.
And we go back to the school with a report and say, here we're going. This is the case, you know. We go up there, we find out, say, the youth environment are influencing Manriante. And we say, we make arrangements to move the youth out of the environment. And the man them tell us, say, if the youth pass one subject, it's the principal tell we at the time, say if him pass one subject, him take him back for play football. The youth pass 7 subjects, including 5-1. And they never take him back.
Really?
Yeah, true, me I tell you, Jelly, a serious thing. And maybe I miss the numbers in terms of the amount of ones.
Yeah, but it matter. So
my recollection.
What the reason was?
7 subjects in pass.
What the reason why them not taking back?
Here we go on. We had some situation where a teacher, probably him and a teacher had a little.
Yeah, man, a personal thing. Yes.
Thing from in the second form or third form.
And
then just a weird.
Yeah. Me know what you're talking.
Till when them get the opportunity.
To fight the youth.
To fight the youth. And
you know what?
All right, me I tell you another story. We have a youth. We have a youth. A set of youth. We leave. You remember the last time George's win? We have 4 Meadowbrook youth on the team there now.
When them leave and go George's.
We leave and go George's and start on the George's side. And guess what? You say the George's, them 4 youth, well, at least one of the youth them.
Yeah.
And me and Billy was a paid a youth the school fee.
Yeah.
Why them go George's, you know?
What?
We are paying school fee. We are giving lunch money. We are giving everything. And you know what the reason that was? When him go 6th form, his mother never wanted him to play
Manning Cup.
Yeah. And we gave a commitment to say, here we go on. Because she wanted him to go work, because she couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And we gave a commitment to say, here we go on. We will cover him thing, because we want him to play money.
Yeah.
And you know, say, when him got 6th, and she make him come 6th form, and the school, some issue with him and a teacher or something, and him end up have to leave. We end up still have to pay him because we already gave that commitment.
No matter which school him go, you have to take your hands.
No matter which school him go. So we end up have to pay for him go George's, go with Manning Cup with George's.
So Rahim, you're aware of behind them paid wall politics away. happened at the school at the time?
No, man, I understand. Say, I wasn't aware of all those indeed, but me know personal youth where me know a teacher is that them have an obvious vendetta against them, and them carry on throughout the years, and everything. A lot of things get blown out of proportion, and the teacher them in the staff room talk, and a man I go say, oh, me don't know this a teacher and this a teacher, I give me attitude because the teacher them talking in the staff room, and them don't know them and the student have nothing per se personally, but because them for them colleague have an issue with the student, them know have an issue with the student. So me understand the part there is, and I just feel like sometimes the administration is very short-sighted on that front. And doesn't give the youth them enough grace, in my opinion.
Me never aware of that at all, Dante. Me never aware of them.
Totally agree with you, Rahim. Totally. But Rahim and gents, Jelly, me have to run.
Yeah, man.
Big up,
but more raise a thing. But we couldn't miss this, two stalwarts.
Yeah, man.
We couldn't miss it.
Two special
but more ask you something, Rahim.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you recall when you were captain in the team and thing, and we were training. You were you remember during the summer you were working, so cause you had to pay. You say you had to gather money funds to assist your mother to pay your school fee and rent. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were and you remember me and Billy approached you and said, here we go on, we want you to come training. So we are offer to pay your school fees and rent and all these
That's
things.
enough for work.
Yeah,
so
man.
you're not for work. You remember that?
Yeah, man. As you tell me, I recall now. Yes, for real.
But guess what? Rahim? We were started because you refused and you say, yo, you want to work your own thing. and you go work every day and come training.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to this day, may I say, yo, and to, I can say this thing. It did make me get a different level of respect for you at the time. Because what you did, you went to work, you came to training as soon as you could come to training, and you worked the entire time, and you end up having an excellent season to the extent that you got a scholarship that same season.
Yeah, man.
I mean, me just want to find out, what was your thinking and what is it that you had a different level of
maturity.
Me wonder,
let me call it out for you, right? A big man thing them there, I tell Dante them.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
A big man thing there, you go to school and I'm going to half a year. I said, boy, no. I'm going to take care of my thing myself, But I mean, if you ask question, where you get a mentality from so young for say, no, man, thanks, but no thanks. I disrespect nobody.
I mean, at the time, I believe I was 16 at the latter part of my high school, 16, 17. Me I want money now. Like, me just take pride in that. Like, me like the feeling of that,
Okay.
I work my own money and me get my money. Me can't give my mother the ball kite, but me can still hold back something for myself and buy anything more. Like, me love that. Like, that was one of the things that even to this day, me I instill that in my son. Me give him, I'm 5 years old and me give him money for spend. Him understand money. Him understand say if him buy a big ice cream, he might not eat it off and the money I go waste him now. Now I have the money for buy something again later. So it's just
money early.
Yeah, man. Financial education is very important from a young age. And that's something that I garnered and learned from my mom as well. So
yeah. No, man, that good, Rahim. That big respect to you.
Yeah, I must make you note from that incident, I have a different level of respect for you for that.
Yeah, big respect.
You never really see, you don't really see youth at them time, your age, where I take them kind of responsibility there. Yeah.
Yeah, man. As I mentioned it, me I record it. I have a smile on my face as you talk.
Yeah, man. I tell you, myself I have a smile. I'm gonna tell you, when I talked to Rick, when I talked to Rick last week and thing, and you know, me I say, you would have been well, what you know, motivated by linking with Rick. Rick, you know, I never know Rick that well during in school time. You know, I see him play and all these things, but you know, personally, like how I know you, but when me I talk to Rick and me I say, yo, you know, you must have been well motivated from a man like, you know, knocking it with a man like Rick.
Yeah, man, for real.
You know?
And as a matter of fact, to answer your question about the soccer scholarship and so forth, the very last season, I believe Rick did move on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Rick moved on.
What talk about that? Because Rick moved on in a way where the school dissing, but more your opinion whether that that's alright. But go ahead.
So me never know all the details, because Rick, him just kind of just, from my perspective, him just kind of pack up and left. Like, me never really know the story. Me hear rumors of stories behind it, but me never hear firsthand from Rick the story. So when Rick left now, and it was basically, you know, I became the captain of the team, and basically all of the weight dropped down upon me, you know, and I realized at that point I perform best under pressure, and when like the back is against the wall. So it was that season, we scored like 10 goals in 10 matches. I'm really shining my last season. And, you know, me get the footage from, you know, the TVJ and the media cover schoolboy football. Me get the footage from that. And that me send a highlight reel, me send go foreign. And the man, them said, them want me on the team. A highlight reel from the last season.
Oh, that performance there, you send go get them.
Yeah, man, exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, to carry the team that year. You carry the team on you. I mean, our strategy was to get the ball to Rahim and so we can go.
Rahim had to stand out.
Yeah, man, him carry the team on him shoulder that year there. There was no doubt about that.
And at the same year, captain the school challenge team to Rahim.
Yeah, man, same year, lower six, upper six.
Yeah, right. So let me ask you something, because how you feel I do that at the same time, I'm captain the academic team and the top sports team. That never make you feel extra proud.
Yeah, but like I always found, as I mentioned, my sister is a very high achiever. So like I was competing against my sister, which was out of the eyes of the Meadowbrook crowd. So people are observing me as this high achiever, but I'm really mediocre compared to my sister. So it was that kind of thing.
Yeah. That's a follow up footstep and I say achieve.
Yeah, man. I was part of my sister was a part of everything. Key club, everything, man. Cadet, everything, volleyball, everything.
And she's a sports person too.
And she a sports person too. And she gets straight A's. So me, we get my A, them and me get a 1B here and there. Me I play football. It was my sister achievements eclipsed mine, so per se, but I was still, you know.
So your sister got a scholarship as well, Rick? Sorry, right? Mr. Tagata?
Yeah, man. Volleyball scholarship.
Okay, nice. And you said you're a doctor, you know.
Yeah, man, doctor.
You're in Jamaica or overseas?
Overseas. She's in Miami right now.
Okay, nice.
She did a residency in North Carolina, and she's in Miami right now.
Nice. Love hearing them today.
Yeah, man, but that last season under Lions, Coach Lions.
Billy a coach the team?
Yeah, Billy, that last year.
Okay. How far reach the competition that year then?
We never reached second round, but we win some games and some really good performances.
We went second round in a Rick. Sorry, Ryan. No, that year we got second round.
I'm not recall. Maybe we go second round and then we never go far. We go second round. Then we drop out after that.
Yeah. We'd have to confirm that with Billy. Billy could have confirmed.
So Rick, you there? You might have on mute. I'm gone. You probably step away from the mic.
No, man.
Yeah, man. So at the time, at the time you transition and leave to go, and that's at that school at Paradise Road. But you say this still about back at Meadowbrook at the time.
Yeah, man, if you not play, man, or train, man, or anything, man. Me dad them match, man. Me dad them foot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know I left them out at all, said we.
No time at all. I remember there was a game. Them score first. I think Rahim actually scored first. I don't want to tell a lie. If I know a lie, I never hear Selassie. I soon tell you exactly. A yellow and blue them wear. If I know them, I think I penalty. But Rahim them score first and reach a goal score already. And the team we gave up a soft goal and the game a 1-1 and Rahim. I don't know who them are getting in my head, cause as I say, everybody they on film. Every the weight they on film shoulder. I'm a forward. Remember at this point in time, man, nobody no really want to hear from me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man, cause this fresh in the way because as far as they're concerned, me's a traitor and how dare I do that and thing when I do so much for the school. But at this point in time, man, nobody no really do that. And thing. But as I say, at this point in time, I hadn't spoken to Rahim since I had left. I never give nobody no reason because I never feel I owe nobody no explanation. And to be honest, with everything that transpired, I wasn't given the opportunity for somebody to even hear me out about why I made the decision or why I was about to make the decision. In fact, one of the things that pushed me, they heard that I was considering leaving. And the vitriol that I was met with in the conversation with the administrator, they were like, you're so ungrateful and whatever. And I said, what you say? Brother, I'm going to for 6 years, brother. I'm going to pay book fee, school fee, everything, every single year. Before me even got Calabar. My book them reach and my mother yard.
Yeah.
My book reach and my mother yard. Anyway, I call Rahim to the side, because I think it was close to halftime. I call Rahim on the side. The ball go out, I call him on the side. And I say, bro, what going on? I say, yo, come in, man. I say, yo, if you drop your head, the entire team drop them head, you can't afford that, brother. He must say, yo, Rick, but the money, I say, yo, them no matter. I say, who them look up to? Me. So I say, who you look up to? He might look for me. I say, brother, I ain't heart, man. Yes, you bring them on them up already, so what you going to do?
Yeah, man.
Right?
Remember the pep talk there, man.
Right.
Penwood down at Battlefield, no?
I don't remember if you remember about Battlefield, the match, I blew on you. If I know, I think if I'm a Penwood, I think a Penwood, man. But we did down one love, Rahim score. I never see the goal, but them score back. And we were playing just terrible. Terrible to the point where I want to go around on the sideline. Forgot here where I go and some could even give me two because I so love the team. Goosebump run up and down me talk now. And I call my friend because he was the one where I feel like we have that type of relationship there. And when he never shrugged me off or whatever, mind you, we never get to talk when me leave. And him say, bro, you're right, As I say, who that man and thing, man, we improve a little bit and him call two little man and him say, give them little instructions and it was well received. Second half, we win the match at 3-lie. We win the match at 2-1. Rahim scoring about a 6-5 or 7.
Yeah, man, remember, true ball, no?
Yeah. I want to see something like me, I tell. Zine? And that was it.
No, man. Remember, man.
I never get to see him. For the game. I never get to see him for the game. Come and have training. Remember, I left school, Come and match, come watch me. For go back at training,
But you see me, go ahead. Because I'm more answer something about what you said. Both and say, go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, me I got for run now.
Yeah, man.
But me just want to say before me go, Rick, if you remember, Rick, me point that out in our conversation. Me tell you, that was one of the things that I recognize with you. That the man them had a high level of respect for you because whenever you came around the team, you were always trying to guide the youth, and even in a match when we had a match.
Natural leader.
Natural, you were guiding the youth them, and we realized that the youth them. If you notice, we realized that the youth them listen to you and would never ever try to
True. You always welcome me. True. That is true.
Yeah. But I just want to say, gents, we're real sorry say we couldn't stay for this entire conversation, but there's no way we could have make it go on. I'm gonna jump in 2 minutes. And it was really a pleasure being here with you guys. So
Big up yourself.
May I look forward for listening to the whole conversation. Jelly, really sorry about this, but
Nah, man,
you know,
respect,
me had some
respect.
prior arrangement.
Yeah, man,
All
no,
right.
man. Me and you talk about that already. I respect Dante. We
Bless
talk.
up on yourself. Bless up on
Yeah, man,
yourself.
big up, Dante.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So me ask you two on something now, and we go on with the conversation flow, right? Because based on what I tell me now, I have to focus on it a little bit, you know. I'm going to ask a question this way. Because only Meadowbrook, only know about this more than me. Since that era there, when only leave Meadowbrook in 2006, 2007, have Meadowbrook ever reached anywhere in any other competition?
No.
No.
They had couple seasons well, them not enter.
Them not enter at all.
Them no enter.
Yeah, couple seasons well, them not enter. You know, you me tell us here, I send some sort of endowment and it was refused at one point in time. Or some year ago, I say, oh, if we not compete, why would we not give the youth?
Oh, you're saying something in support of the team, but there was no team.
Not only that, the first time there was no team, but the second time there was no team, but the first time it was sent back.
Like them refuse it from Rick already. That was the fool. Yeah.
Rick, what was the reason for why you left? Because me never have the conversation. We just hear the rumors, but is it something you want to talk about now or you want to take it?
I can, because we delved into it a little bit last year.
Yeah, man, going on, because Rahim never know. Going on,
I'm short at Rahim. I feel like when after we go second round, we never did get the support that we wanted. As you can recall, I was trying to get in quite a few players in the team. Even Baba, when you had that unfortunate accident, that guy there, when your hand was broken.
Yeah. I remember there was a lot of quality players that came in the summertime to train with us, but them just never make it to the school. Them didn't know what was going on, but them just never make it. We think that
even when the youth them have subject and all of them something there. You know what I mean? What about players? So I was actively trying to recruit. You know what I mean? To build on what we had. And we're talking about people where it should have been an easy yes to get them in because they don't have behavioral problems, they don't have the attitudinal problems. So the animal subject. You know what I mean? But from that perspective, Rahim, every year the pressure not really get to me, but I wanted to have something behind to justify the work I put in. I wanted to win a schoolboy. I wanted to win a schoolboy tackle. That was the only tackle that I never won. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, remember them, they were trained with it in the summertime, then trained with it the whole summer, and I think them are part of the team, and when September morning come, we don't see them.
We don't see them, and we alone. You know what I mean?
I never realized that you are organize them something there.
Me I do the whole of that, brother. Come here and say, all right, I want us to compete because, first time I believe so we can win a title. Come here and say, with 5 man, we got a quarterfinal. When we beat Mona and King West, all right, then second round in a Walker Cup, we just run out of steam. So when it got to gritty and everything, we never had that depth as Rahim would have stated. But separating apart, we never believe. See the moment we actually playing a quarterfinal Walker Cup, and the man said, no, then all and we this. They started to believe, and when them start believe, everything is coming. But separating apart from that, no, Rahim, I had a conversation with them, and like you, when you say your parents, I say XYZ. My mother and everybody never have it, but my mother them put out for me, and so my mother say, what is there for me? Me need for start do something. I know one thing. I talk to them and I say, watch, we not raise everything every year, What can go on for me with regards to say, all right, we can subsidize something, or even I think there at one point in time we did pay for the rental book them or something like that. The one who did a school or something like that. Did a reason. I say, watch, we need some assistance where this is concerned and thing. Mind you, this is on the back, I get nearly about 10 computers for the school, Because in a Colts, I was recognized in a Colts the same year after we jump out of money to come down and we get much goal and whatever the situation may be. And no farmer, no nothing, no assistance, no nothing. Mind you, I never did a look at handouts. But I say, I want to win. I wanted to win a schoolboy title. That was the only thing that wasn't on my resume.
Right.
So let me ask you something, Rick.
Because that was before you get into that. So, Rick, what me hear is that you left because you want to win, and you're not going to win with Meadowbrook, so you want to win. So that's why you left. And that was what me, as I mentioned it now. That me.
But that's not a lie.
But that's on the line.
That's on the line. And
Was
the truth is that if them not go, if them not go recruit
Because, right,
players and bring in players,
Yes,
we not go win nothing.
Rahim,
Right,
as
but me
you
never
right,
realize that Rick. Me never realize that Ricky that push for them something there. Me never realize that Rick a push
And
on
that,
the back.
and that more ask, you know, Rick, because that to me, you know, that to me, I would have knew the problem that, you know, not a problem per se for you, you know, but there's no infrastructure or body in place to advocate for you. You shouldn't have to do that, you know.
Right.
You shouldn't have to go to the principal or the administration. You know. It's like some intermediary, maybe the alum association or the old boys them. But we never structured and organized in that way. They said, no, man.
They didn't have that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, push it.
It needs to have been a systematic way where every year, you know, say, the man will come to school and the old boys them or the old students them decide, say, you know what? We are going to negotiate with the high school, the administration, say, who will come to school. And at the same time, they might negotiate for Uno. And the players them and I say, we have to have certain grades and have to have certain things in place said way.
I have to interject. You talk about a utopian type thing in general, or somewhere else at a more established institution. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something that I never even made mention of the other day, because I said, you know what, I want to keep the grace on certain things, but to contextualize some other stuff. Let me tell you this. There are countless of times when I miss class, because me affect my dad at the canteen and make sure say the ball of them lunch secured. I do that.
No, Rick. But think you misunderstand me, you know. What me I say?
No.
When me there
with you.
That
was so obvious.
Yeah, man.
Was so clear.
I have to advocate for yourself, and that's the problem.
Assist.
That is the problem. That was the problem.
So even when we are trying getting our own help, because as I tell you, say, brother, if you cut me, my bleed blue and green, be.
Yeah.
You see me? And I am saying, make Rahim tell you. Because we normally they run at the back of the bus. You don't know the senior man, them sitting at the back of the bus and whatever the situation may be. I strap up my hand, I mash up my hand, broke my fracture my clavicle in under 17. Get put out of the national team for a little bit after I come back, right? And fracture my clavicle. And the first match back, 3 weeks after doctor say, yo, brother, you have to go hold up. I say, I'm a madman. Me alone, down a bottom field. When the team did it, me a train on the side and whatever the situation may be, and I strap on my hand and go play against Bridgeport out of Ferdinita.
Yeah.
One all.
Yeah.
One all draw out there. If Rahim remember that match there, me still have a picture with that where we draw with Portmore when them have Kennard Favs them and all of them, Maggie and all of them. If you remember, second leg in that Curry scored the own goal with Rahim. And I said, sorry,
Yeah.
I just get the wide open goal and bomb it over my foot.
Right. You know what I'm talking about. So I say, oh, Fraser, when I say I do the 100 and think, brother, I wanted something of substance from resume for say, watch, you know, X, Y, Z. And when them refuse them 7 players there, I know say can't have right or something.
Yeah, them not a commitment. Them not a commitment for winning at all, Rick.
All right, what else is here?
No,
what else?
No, when me I talk about it, Rick, I talk about looking forward enough to say it's not gonna work. It's not going to work unless something like that in place. Why? It have to structure. The administration have to buy into it, and then have somebody advocate for the team. And it's not, but it have to structure in a certain way. It have to do what other schools do. I just say, because other schools do it. You follow me? I said to you, JC Old Boy and Calabar and KC Old Boy. That's how them do it. The players them just like you say, you go Calabar and you book their yard before you even reach home. You see me, I said to you, so I know where I talk about it. I'm going to see why Meadowbrook can't do that.
Brother, I felt appreciated. And why I even make mention of that, when Rahim tell me, say, yo, him need for, when you are share a situation with Rahim, where Rahim had to actually go work for say whatever the situation may be. You know, them think they build courage, you know, and them think they build determination and all of that. And we appreciate it because it turned out well for him.
Yeah.
You see me? But what about the youth, them we don't have the structure where Rahim did have?
Right.
Yeah, man, a real thing.
You have the self-discipline Rahim have to do it by himself. Right.
At the same time, Rahim had a structure. Because Rahim's mom, and this is not an indictment on Rahim, and it is not a criticism of her.
You're right, man. You're right.
Because Rahim had a mom is academically inclined. You see me? You don't have whole heap of youth who go through not have that. We not have that vision there and think she teach her son a certain type of thing. Most of the youth them that we had at one point in time, as Rahim said, them kind of say, yo, trouble and thing. More time, the man, them is just, they're victims of their environment. Because when they leave from...
Because that's it, man. The mother can't even do work, Rick. That's something
They can't. Because a kid have kids.
Right.
A kid have kids.
No,
I'm not going to tell us parents are going to know everything, but at minimum,
no.
I had, and this, because of Rahim upon the call, that's what I talk about Rahim. You see me? Yeah, but Rahim cannot have been ideal either. You see me I come from?
No, the team, what should have really happened in Rick and Rahim? The team could have built around on you know. And the team could have built, and a dynasty could have built around on you. When I say, yeah.
Should have been built
around on man.
The president. And that never transpired.
No.
So that is Rahim, long and short. That is really and truly why I left. I felt as though the team wasn't appreciated. And from an individual perspective, I felt as though I owed it to myself to try and do something for my own self, to put my talents on display at the highest level that I felt that it ought to have been. You know what I mean?
No, yes, man, nothing wrong with that.
I'm telling him that last week to Rahim. You know, have to make no apology.
Nothing wrong with that. I remember some really good ballers. They would have trained with the whole summer. You have man like Grams. Remember Grams?
Right.
Train with the whole summer, and then September morning come. You know, see them. We basically start over from scratch. We are training whole summer, and then September when the season start, a different squad. It's a truncated squad. So it's like it really they have this happening, man, for true, man.
Yeah. So you don't know what happened. You don't know where you're going to come with. And in my last year, in fact, me never, Rahim, why me foreign me for going on, Rahim? When me I leave, foreign me for going on. In fact, I don't know if you even know this, Rahim. I told him the other day, I say, at this point in time, remember scholarship wasn't a renowned thing. Where when you got scholarship, when you get scholarship was a scarce commodity. I could get that clear at that point in time. For you to get a scholarship at that point in time, you had to be the absolute best or a certain type of way. And when you get scholarship, it's very rare when you go pay 60, 70,000, 45, 50,000 per year, and a coach will give you everything. You have to go pay for incidental or insurance or whatever the situation may be.
Or housing or something.
Housing or whatever, I think it was very rare. You see me? I had in excess of 10. 2 of them could have found the other day. I tell them some could have found 2 of them with the notice sticker where I say, oh, sign here. Full scholarship. So my decisions paid off. Likewise, Rahim's paid off for him. Was it the ideal way? No. Rahim shouldn't have go get somebody for video and match film so he could have cut out reel or whatever.
Definitely not.
Man, do it, and commendations to him because it teach him a certain type of thing. So him can even pass you with him say, watch, you're not getting a handout, because as much as I'm going to make life easier for you, I want you to understand and appreciate what hard work is. I'm like that. I never knew that, and I like that feeling, but at the same time, it ought not to have been like that. It shouldn't have been when we would have were more than willing, capable, and we never got the support due to a lack of vision. A joke thing that. Culmination of those reasons is why I left.
No. I'm glad you're coming up into it now, Rick, because I'm realizing what the problem is since when you're leaving at 2006. That's why Meadowbrook do have no sporting tradition what we had before since 2006. Because I'm not for blame nobody. I never want to blame nobody now because we can blame all we want, right? And we don't know what is what we can do different to go forward. That's how I look on it. What need to put in place to go forward? You see me, I said to you, I saw me look on it because you want to give back, Rahim want to give back, only for students want to give back. But it has to properly organized and structured in a way where
not organized. It's not organized. It's not organized.
No, not organized. Not organized at all. Not organized at all. But I'm going to try. That's why I'm glad we started them conversation. Because I'm not sure why Meadowbrook can organize in a way where we respect the student athlete. Because man, you see that's why you see the two one is so important to me in terms of something I say. Because the value of student athletes is so important to every institution, And I'm like we're good at both, You should have the pan over wall of Meadowbrook, Say yeah, the man come a Meadowbrook from first farm. And have 7 or 8 CXC. And how much ones and what 6 farm. And I play money cup at the same time. And the example where we need to throw out the school over and over. Only if you talk to the school every day, say, yeah, man. And then what? Yeah, go ahead.
Rahim asked Rahim how much old he did in his shirt. The man wasn't only a student athlete. The man had several pins on his shirt. The man wore several hats.
Yeah.
Just the same that did. So he undersell himself, and I'm not going to allow him to do that.
No, we're going to dry him out now. We can talk about that, Eric. Because the school challenge team, how far will they reach in that competition there? Rahim, the one they captain.
Them have a is a format like just like the Manning Cup. Them have the group stages and then you have to go through. We never made it past the group stages, but we won some matches, and we did well. But we never really made it past the group stages. So but very good experience. I had some younger guys under my wing there, and the youngest guy was in grade 9, I believe, at the time. And another guy on the team, he was blind. He had a disability. He was blind, and he was.
You mean from Meadowbrook team?
Yeah, on the quiz team.
You remember them name? Call out them name, man. Come, I love. If you get a chance, give me them number. I love talk to them for them.
Ricketts, Orlando Ricketts, I believe, was a kid with a disability, the blind kid, and the other team members. I really can't put my finger on the name right now, but very talented kids, man. Very talented kids.
Yeah, so let me ask about that then. Good. Did they treat the school challenge team with any respect more than the sports team then?
The quiz team is just a small. It was a small team. It was 4 of us competed, and I believe the total team size was 6. It was just, I don't think it was a big enough team for us to be. I really don't know.
So where really I say Rahim? At the time when I was school, the administration didn't have support neither there.
Yeah, like you see the support, you get the support from who you see. Like,
yeah, man, it was no structured support where.
Exactly.
You know, I said, boy, I'm going to train in the school challenge team. I was squad a school challenge, man. It's the same thing on the football field.
Exactly, yes, a cultural thing. That's why you can boil down to a cultural thing. Yeah.
That's why I ask the question. It's like them just think somebody student just come back great. I said, nah, man. I broke thing that. Me, boy, I change that here, sir. That's why I talk about it openly. And I'm not quarreling nobody or not, but it's a total development we want, where you know say. And just like what I say now, not everybody have the luck to have parents where you have Rahim, and we can't say me have parents like that too. So we never need certain support at all. You see me I said to you? So, but guess what? It's a whole heap of you talking amongst you where you know I need more support than you and I. And
right.
The school have to be there for that. The school have to be there for that. I don't want to kick out you man and disqualify them a certain way. Where them are going up? Yeah, but them are going up. But anyway, but I don't want to dwell upon it too much. But when I hear the problem, I like I say, the solution. And that's what I think about here, sir. What we can do I go forward? What can we do going forward? So Rahim, now you leave Meadowbrook now, and you get to how much scholarship scholarship you get? Half what? How much? It
was a 80% scholarship to start, and then subsequent years it developed into a full scholarship. But we have to find some money starting out. As I mentioned, the housing, we have to cover my own housing. But after I go up there and first season was actually at the University of Maryland. Previously they were the national champions, and honestly, like the first season I ended up getting hurt. Pre-season I go up and I get hurt because them send the paperwork. Me know say yeah, my trip book. Me I go Maryland, right?
Yeah.
Them send the workout. Them send the work. It's a regiment. Them send for your workout in the summer.
Yeah.
But me not understand nothing about that because we just run tool up and play ball. Me never understand. So you actually have to work out and you see me?
Yeah.
Outside independently, that was a requirement of you. So me never had exercise. Me go in at the program now, and every man fit and me not fit. So me I try to keep up with them and I end up hurt myself.
Yeah.
Pull me hip flexor muscle. It was an injury we played me the whole season. I ended up transfer from University of Maryland, go to a smaller school. It was a community college actually.
Yeah.
You know, just to get back fit and get back some match farm, and it was an engineering school as well. And it was at that point when we really have to change my mentality. That's when I decided, you know what? Because I went from a top recruit and I get hurt and then nobody no business with me again.
Yeah.
So I realized this football thing is really fickle. Like a injury can really end your career. So I say, no, sir.
Yeah.
If it change my mind, yep.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble. It can be a gamble.
Exactly. So it was
a
that
gamble.
point.
It's a gamble. Without a doubt.
Right. So it was at that point I changed my mindset. I say, you know what? I use this football thing and forget the education because this is something we can always fall back on. And these are sentiments that I can hear my mom's voice echoing in my head like through that whole period there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but for the record, you can get the scholarship unless you don't play football at Meadowbrook. Without the football acumen, you're not getting a football. You're not getting a scholarship to come up for it.
No, without a doubt. Without Meadowbrook and without especially exactly. That would have never been a realization.
Well, that's why I repeat that over and over that all parents and teachers at Meadowbrook are in the school are listening. How important a man play sport is for enhancing academic ability.
Yeah, man, my sister did the same thing. She studied biology and went on to medical school, and without the volleyball, she would have never been able to
get a scholarship. Right.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, man, a lot of parents, why I bring it up, me and Hitchcock talk about this all the while. Mr. Henry has done call it. Talk about this all the while, Say a lot of parents want disrespect sportsmen, and I realize the value of what sports provide to the total development of the youth and the opportunity that I give.
Right.
You follow me? I said to you, the opportunity. Them things say, boy, if you play football, you know nothing. Some parents look point away there, Me and Alfred never look point away there at all. Now, only sort never, I capitalize on the opportunity to get to play sport. So,
right.
When a podcast come up, man, we want people hear this, man. As I said, this is it. At the total development, I look point. It's not the one-sided thing. It's not no one-sided.
Real.
No one-sided thing. But when I ask some more about Christian law, right? Because it seems like they take it, But they talk for 1 hour and 45 minutes. I may have not have to wait for a question. But that's how the vibe going to talk sometime. What the most embarrassing moment you remember about Meadowbrook you can look back on with a smile?
Let me think. Most embarrassing. Boy, like, so the embarrassing moments in my life, me quick to dismiss them out of my memory, So.
Rick, none can drop on him for dry memory. Where man busting salad or something. No, me ask Rahim the most embarrassing moment to remember about Meadowbrook when you can look back on with a smile. I never say him drop them out of memory. Me ask if you have none where you can drop on him.
Joke him, man. No, me can't. No, me can't tell him, man.
Tell me, man.
First time on camp, man. We deal with him wicked on camp, man. We deal with him wicked, man. The man with toothpaste, man, wait up in bed, one time on camp, first night on camp, Rahim pack him bag for go home, man. In fact, I think Rahim went home.
After the match,
he went home and come back. I call him back, and I say, what happened to your exercise? Man, I say, man, I take it personal till when he come back home. Right? Smash up a man, right? For the first night, Rahim sleep with one Timberland near him head one night,
Yeah.
Say, any man here in bed,
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, remember, man. Oh, yeah, it's a half a last me push on my bed and make sure everybody's me push half a last on my bed.
You put a bill on your bed?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Whenever I don't know with it, but me make sure they see me push it on the bed. Yeah.
We pressure, man. So me and Donald, the same guy we might tell about, who are produced now, and think, Cooley, man.
Yeah, talk. What are you the name? Call out the name full. Because
Donald Chen.
I love people who can't get him to come on the podcast, that him come talk and tell him story. Yeah, go ahead.
That's a sympathy.
Yeah, talk to yeah, go ahead.
So me and Donald are the troublemaker. Me and Donald are the troublemaker. And if you repeat this, me go deny it. But me and Donald are the troublemaker. And then one next brother we need Ingram. So we are the troublemaker, and Ingram are the master troublemaker. Right? So what go on is, you see, we have a thing that we would refer to it as hazing, but not to the extreme that you would have gone through at the university level. You know what I mean? Where you go through this and people get hurt like that. Yeah. Make it uncomfortable, and then we laugh about it in terms of your response. Rahim was quote unquote sheltered as far as we were concerned because Rahim was street youth, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I mean, so when Rahim forward, one thing, I said, no, man, he might go on him there and he might play and he might go on good and think, I will love Rahim, you know, but what you know, not reach Rahim yet. You can't live in the town and you know go through. So one particular night now, this time we had Coach Elliott. Coach Elliott love Rahim, because Rahim mother no want nothing at all do him. A lovely boy, so she no want to do him. Right, man. Feel it. Rahim have to feel it. So the night, man, when we had a meeting, man, we left out early, man, and go in. So we toothpaste Rahim, and Rahim sleep dead. I don't know what him because I think we ran the steps early in the morning, and then we played a practice game, and we never do so good in the practice game, so we had to run again. So we're tired. We never do
man, up to today, I sleep dead, man. Everybody else me sleep dead. Nobody when me asleep.
We put on the toothpaste on Rahim face, and then we use one piece of cotton. We use piece of cotton and drag it through it. And him slap himself in him feet. Like, he never slap himself. He rub it all over him face. So we are dead. We laugh. I said, someone end wake up. Someone end my name. Rob and toothpaste. Them time the Crest and Colgate, you know, when you buy Crest and Colgate, them time your parents them okay. You see me I say, cause normally you bet Pepsodent or one of them like a regular toothpaste. When you carry upon camp, because you can't carry that big toothpaste come out. You better hold on small one.
Small. Yeah.
Man, about 120 minutes, and Rahim no move me and tell us, so the man turn him face. The whole of the man pillowcase nasty. What's say, no, man? This is why you have to get toothpaste again, man. So we go and put it on this time, and him slap himself in his face with it or whatever. I wait at the night, the man wake up, you know, and I went to throw water upon him sponge, you know, because we throw it at the bottom. It's so keen. So I come him, get up and kiss him teeth, and I always Rahim wait for morning to come through. When Rahim never even wait for training the first morning. When Rahim wake up, Rahim cut. When coach come, hey, we run for about 25, 30 minutes to run for me until this man because of Rahim. 25 because the coach love Rahim because Rahim no get trouble, Rahim no talk.
I think that's the only time they ever toothpaste me. I sleep comfortable, man. Everybody else I get toothpaste me, I laugh at everybody. Nobody no touch me again after that.
Oh yeah, go through, yeah. Nobody never do that already and whatever. But the thing is, we never wanted. At no point in time, it was a tech set. It was always to prove a point. So you want to
get a little bit tight.
Yeah, you have to get it. Because them, hey, don't get me wrong, you know, them hold me, you know.
You get one too.
Them hold me, you know.
Yeah.
I go through my fair share right to man. And me not about when me a rookie. Because when me a rookie, me never go through that.
Yeah, you get protected.
Yeah, but nobody know what. Yeah, them not make me uncomfortable. But may I show you how it was kind of like a brotherhood type setting. So say, no man no bigger than no man. We had players who were a little bit more talented. And when, you know, say, during the game, you talk to someone some type of way and think, and he must say, all right, pass the ball, man, I want you, whatever the situation may be. As much as how he was soft-spoken and whatever the situation may be, him say what he must say, and they were gone. But don't tackle him away, because if you tackle him anyway, we'll fight.
Yeah.
But it was not personal, because right after the game, we that again and whatever thing. So that brotherhood that we spoke of, it was unrivaled, and that is why we did as well as we did in the interim.
Yeah.
For real.
With a little or no support when I get. Almost none.
But we supported each other. Because we support each other because after school, man, they would do this because you want to make sure say every man come back September morning. You know?
Yeah.
So you're all a man accountable because you say, watching you don't see the thing go. You know they don't like you. So we now give them a reason for not take you back. So we tried to present that we had. Unfortunately, even when they had their subjects and they never had that behavioral issue anymore, there was always the recency bias.
Yeah, man.
Where kill a teacher who got a certain amount of weight and them hold it against you them. What institute is about?
Yeah, finish up, Ray. That's it. Yeah, finish up.
Fun. So there was just a lot of questions, but all in all, would I do it again? Absolutely. Do I still love the institution? Absolutely. Are there some stuff that I felt as though we could have and ought to have done way better? Absolutely.
Yeah. I have to do it better. If I want to turn around in terms of say Meadowbrook become a premier institution, in terms of say man want to tear on the door to become a Meadowbrook, which is how the school will get better.
Right,
I said to you, maybe we can't win and say all the while, but we need to compete better than we are competing now. Big time. And for the talent, only 200 and 200 Meadowbrook at the same time. Trust me, man. If we don't come at Meadowbrook in my time, but I would enough more trophy. So the talent and the inspiration we have for the rest of youth then. That's what I'm gonna come from the ground up. We're gonna come from first farm up. You see me, I said to you. So the credibility one now, but that is right through the school, man. But something changed after me leave school. That's all I can say. Something changed. And to move forward, that I forgot change if we want to put back Meadowbrook where it was, where I just say I started conversation here, Rick and Rahim. Meadowbrook win 7 trophies in 4 years. In 4 years. I never overnight, just like we talk about, we build a system where from man I come in a first time in the system. You see me I said to you? Right through and through, man. So you have a system in place. But let me ask another question, right? You don't go to school in the 2000s. Them time I'm there far and I'm left school a long time. Which song around the place I'm Meadowbrook at the time you go to school, where you remember?
Them time the cartel just about, man.
Yeah?
Cartel just about Idonia, busy signal. Remember camp of them tune the way I beat, man.
I don't know to come Meadowbrook.
Yeah, I think I don't know used to go Meadowbrook, but in the old school them time, man, and the artist thing, and him just about
okay, no, I that school at the time. Okay, that man I tell you what I never know.
Meadowbrook.
Him used to go Rick.
Yeah, man, don't you came Meadowbrook.
Yeah, that me. A man text come out there and tell me. I'm working. A man text come out there and tell me. So yeah. But let me ask you another question then Rahim. What would make you feel I bring up back all the Meadowbrook memories after all these years?
I mean, I'm just here with that big smile on my face, man, just listening, and a lot of the things that like, honestly, me I recall as Rika speak, as Dante was speaking, me I recall about the thing that, man, it was a nice nostalgic feeling me I have right now. Just remember everything and see how everything culminate and come together for farm the man who I am right now, and glad to see my brother Rick doing well as well. And we can represent and stand up as 2 proud Meadowbrook man.
Yeah, man. I want to know. I love on the story. I want to build the face of the Meadowbrook athlete, and the school athlete, the academic athlete will go forward. Because it only shall represent Meadowbrook shall year on attack every week, every year. Because we're not just talk about sports, we talk about academics. And only use sports for motivate on themselves. We get in academics. When the story powerful. Trust me, when I might take it lightly, but I look on and I say, when the story wicked. The youth them at the school need to hear. But them are here doing a podcast about, and hopefully we can get a system in place when we talk about where we have a regular dialogue with the current youth them at the school. Not a big I'm not talking about a function or nothing, I'm not talking about say I'm going like a weekly thing. I'm on the go up at the school, go have lunch with one and the little boy or little girl. And some I look on it,
Yeah, man. I would love to be a part of that as well.
Yeah, so. Man. I something I look on it. Yeah, man. We just want, in my mind, that can't right now. I just put the system in. I mean, I have the time to do it. Somebody if you hear me, I'm going to reach out back to the person that I talk about it. Not already I talk about it and say. So, but anyway, may I ask another couple of questions before I ask you the last question. Well, this got to 2 of us anyway. I'm going to ask you first, Rick, is there any question or anything where you think we could have asked Rahim? We could have bring up or we never bring up none of that. Any story about him? Or any question where you ask? Before I yours, Rick. You there?
But repeat the last part.
May I say any question or any topic where you want to bring up with Rahim, we never bring up at all. The floor is yours now. Anything where you want to ask?
Yeah, I would want for him to, for the next generation or for those impressionable minds that will actually hear his story and his experience shortly after this, I want him to give some insights on how to deal with the pressure that he wouldn't have been used to, that he came under from a sporting perspective and also academically, because he would have spoken profoundly about his ongoing internal battle in his household, a healthy battle, I might add, from an academic standpoint in trying to do well with it, especially with his younger sister doing extremely well to not only impress his mother, because that was really and truly his visa to play the sport, and also how has he transcended from an athlete and the qualities that he would have learned or he would have matured into shaped him into the man that he is now, a success story, because Rahim is in no way, shape, or form anything short of a tremendously successful story. So that is what I want him to speak on. So to recap, speak on how the traits that he would have learned from a sporting perspective helped to shape him into the man he is today, and how that has helped him to be successful. And also to speak from the academic perspective in terms of having a healthy rivalry within the household.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate that, Rick. So I would start off by saying that what I would impart on the youth is to not be afraid of failure. Pressure, failure, all of these uncomfortable things, these are the things that make it a man, in my opinion. And I know when you're in the thick of it, it might seem like the worst thing, but if you can persevere and make it through and just see the light at the end of the tunnel and never say die, just never give up. That was something that we said at Medieval. Never say die. That's the key for the young men in particular, I would say. Like, don't be afraid of failure, because you feel 99 ways. It's 99 ways you know not to do something or take on a particular task. So don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable and facing your fears. I remember one of my leaving high school, going to America. One of my biggest fears was public speaking, and I took a public speaking class as a freshman, and I was able to overcome that. And I'm realizing that having the jitters and having that frog in your stomach feeling, that nervous feeling, that's all natural. That's like, it doesn't mean you're going to go up there and be fearless. It's natural, but it's just overcoming your fears and overcoming all these hindrances that you perceive. Because at the end of the day, it's setting legacy and setting an example and being able to inspire someone, your own children, your offspring, or your own family members, or even the wider society who might revere you and admire you as a role model. You can be an example and an inspiration to them. So that's what I would impart on the youths. Remind me the second part again.
The second part, speak about the healthy rivalry from an academic standpoint. The healthy rivalry.
It was one sister you had, Rick. You never have no brother.
I had an older brother, but he was more on the technical side. He was more hands-on. He worked with his hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And as a matter of fact, my brother, like, he's my older brother. He has a natural knack for electronics. So he might always pull up my mother radio, the TV, them and mash them up, and he always do that. He have that naturally. Like, actually, he was one of my inspirations to pursue engineering as well.
Him love that, yeah.
Yeah, him love that, and him have a natural knack feed. It's just the culmination of, the competition with my sister and then inspiration from my brother, like, that kind of steered me on the engineering path. But just to answer the question, Rick, I think competition in general is a good thing. Like, sometimes you need a benchmark. Even today, after, I've graduated from team sports and organized football, like, I try to work out, and it's like hard for me to work out and exercise on my own. Like, I just gotten so used to, the camaraderie and the competition with your teammates in the gym. Everybody I try to push, a 5 pound heavier than the next man. I try to do 10 more reps than the next man. It's just the competition. That is what drives me, and competition is one of the things that I know that drives me in all aspects of my life. Competition and pressure. I realize I shine and I thrive under pressure. So those are the things that really inspire and push me. So yeah.
competition, good healthy competition, make you get
Oh yes,
better.
for sure.
I like it just a sharpen your blade with competition. You can't get them say you can't. You only make diamond in the rough, you know.
Exactly.
Diamond only come through the rough thing, man. So if you not compete and sharpen your skill, you're not getting a better at that.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly believe that.
So you have to embrace competition, man. You can't afraid of it. And sometimes you compete with yourself and I say you want to get better every day. I with some person and it good to compete with team. I love team sport, man. I love that sport, man. Because you build a comradeship where you never lose at all. You remain friends with man for life.
Right.
Sport, yeah. So
and create so many lasting memories as well.
Exactly. So the same question to you, Rick. Rahim, sorry. Any question, any topic where me left for anything we could ask you, me never ask you. Anything where you want to bring up, we never bring up none at all.
I mean, we have Rick and myself as examples. We were able to rise to the top, so to speak, regardless of any hindrances. We touched on several of the topics, the administrations not supporting the teams. We have the fight where some of the youth them I get
and team Rahim is not just the sports team alone. The school challenge team never get no support either.
Right. It's just a cultural thing, and I think it's something that Meadowbrook needs to
address and go forward.
We definitely need to address that as a school, and just
man, that not happen again. That should not happen, and it not to happen again. No way at all that will happen again. A youth come out of school and them not getting trouble, and them have a little problem because I'm come from a certain area, and we not have nobody advocate for him and I talk to the administration of the school and them just this youth them. That no will happen at all.
For real.
You shouldn't have been negotiate for yourself, Rick, or for no youth at all. You follow me, I said to you, you supposed to can go to a bigger man or elder man at the time you go to school. I said, boss, or Mr. So-and-so, or Mrs. So-and-so. Them supposed to know what I want. And that's how the dialogue come in, you know. The old student, them have to have a relationship with the current student, them in a way. If that are going, this would not be Meadowbrook at all. Administration couldn't do what they want.
And I would like to mention as well that some of this cultural shift has to come from the top, the very top.
Yeah,
principal in particular. Because I remember distinctly when Miss Reed took over from Miss, what was her name again? Miss Lowe. When Miss Reed took over from Miss Lowe, Miss Reed was more
a different culture.
She was in support of the football team, and I could see a distinct difference in the pressure that us as football players were under from the wider school population, from various teachers, vice principals, so forth.
You're right, You're right, Rahim. Most of the time, the thing I start at the top, If we do have the support at the top of the school, the principal of the school is like a waste of time. That's simple as that. It's a shame, but it's like if the principal understand what we are trying to develop, or them not see the vision. I think what we are trying to do, the vision of having a total youth development, not just academics alone. Right. A total youth development, everything.
I remember one summer we were camping down by the bottom field, and Miss Reed pull up with about 3 boxes of patty for lunch. She bring lunch for and that was one thing that is really branding in my mind, and to know that we had the support of the principal, it was really inspiring to us, and it inspired us as a team.
No man, that make a big difference, man. We got that when we won the 7th trophy in 4 years, man. The principal was behind us 24/7, man. Principal was behind us, and at the time I don't know what come first, if we start and then support us, but I think the support was there before. I don't think we could have reached certain base without the support before.
Right.
It's how I get that in place. It can't by chance. It have to organize in a certain way. It cannot happen by chance. So.
Yeah, man. I think what you're proposing, a mentorship program, we can definitely start there, and not be afraid to start small, and then we can always build on top of it.
And I mean a simple mentorship program, a simple one where I would say my idea is to just have a thing where the youth, an old student, after a vet him and all them things, a regular old student that go through the school regularly for to eat a lunch with one of the youth. A little boy and a little girl. That's the vision of me. trust me, if we can't get that in place, it'll change the culture of Meadowbrook overnight. It would have changed the culture of Meadowbrook overnight. I'm not going to push for that somewhere. And that's simple for that. That not take no money for that. That's the funny thing, you know, that not taking the money more than a commitment and set up a system, you know. Where man can go online and say, log in and put in information and then you arrange up with the school or whoever in charge of the school for do that, and then you got you want to learn to the youth. That can work right now and overnight. I don't see why that can't. I'm going to follow up with that. Because that not take no money from the body.
Right.
That just have to take some commitment. And that will change lives of Meadowbrook. I said that to take it. Anyway, and here my voice I go. So let me ask the last question. Before me ask the closing remark. I'm have the first question, Rahim, and the last question. I'm under the weather. Got the sinus problem. I kill me a foreigner.
You need to come home, man. You need to come home.
So I'm referring to the Meadowbrook podcast. That's a jelly I need to go up, you know. We need to go up. Yeah, so the last question, Rahim. What made Meadowbrook magical? You know, you're right. When you were there.
What made Meadowbrook magical is basically my classmates, my colleagues, like Rick, you know. Like, if it wasn't for Rick, I don't know, but I probably go through the whole 4 years without even playing no football, because that never did on my mind. And I can see how the interactions between Rick and I really shape my future and my view and my ideas about myself and football in general. Very a genius at the game, performance-wise, mentally. So that was one of the things. The teachers as well. Even though you have teachers who fight against you have some teachers who really support you.
Yeah.
Mrs. Hamilton, we mentioned her in the PE department and her support at the football program. She's one of them. Mrs. Reed, the principal, she stands out to me as well as one of the supporters of the youths and football as a whole and sports as a whole.
Yeah, man. So it does not do, man. We have some people there will stand out and whine.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just that the fight sometimes, the fight might look more impactful because enough you get kicked out of school, enough you get left by the wayside, the team suffers as a result. Youth were supposed to come in at the school and transfer. Youth were supposed to transfer at the school and they get a chance to do that. So it's like, it's just the bad always outshine the good, but there is definitely always good.
Yeah, man. We want to flip that around, man. The people were genuine and want give back I want. And just mentor the youth them. We want them in at the forefront more than them not in a power. It's me I say that needs to shift. That is a culture change that do not that, but a culture change. But you forget it starts man. It starts man.
Definitely.
So let me ask in the closing remark before we close out the program. And Rick, you there? Unmute and come in. When then? Rick?
Yeah, man, I'm here, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm here.
Give me a closing remark. Hold on, before you give me the closing remark, remember send a picture of them come give me now. That we can start to clip them for you. And put them up.
Just send me a name there off here to remind me what I need to send, and then I can get on that.
Yeah, man. Me send you a text tomorrow. Term that's it. I'm gonna send you a text. That's you know exactly what that time. Yeah. But any closing, me send you a Rahim a text concerning that. And tell you exactly what I want. So yeah. Any closing remark, Rick, before we close out the program?
Yeah, man. First thing first. Rahim, much respect. You see me? You know, say, me tell you, say, I'm proud of you more than one time. From the first time I even meet your youth, when we do up a comment, we just watch your youth. I mean, I say, I'm proud of you.
Remember that, man.
Oh, you turn big man of all youth, I run up and down. and praise that we ramp rough. You know what I mean? But you know, it's straight out of love. And our ramping rough has never been disrespectful or violent or anything like that. You see me?
Yeah, man, for real.
So I'm proud of you, and it feels good to can commend and to speak highly of another virgin. You know what I mean? But see impressive story. You know what I mean? That I can say, oh yeah, I can celebrate somebody and feel no way about it, no hard feelings, no animosity, no just pure love. So I I respect your journey, and I know it's not yet over. I just want it to continue to be tremendous and be a mold, not only for your youth, but for those who come in contact with you in whatever aspects that you continue to pursue. You see me? Because you always do something different. As you tell them earlier, don't be afraid to try nothing. And lastly, I would want to say, my personal mantra is ambition is limitless. You know, I always say from a time, say, yo, when more get to a point in a life or when them Google ambition, my face come up.
Yeah, man.
I mean that 100%. You see me? I say, Fraser, we spoke about this a little bit last week and thing on. I mean that 100%. You see me? Because an ambitious individual can achieve what was once thought to be impossible.
Yeah, man.
You see me? So that is what I would leave the listenership with. You know, remember that an ambitious individual can achieve what was once thought to be
impossible. Yeah, man.
Here, and now this I'm stop it.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Rick. And Rahim, any closing remark before I close out the program, man?
Yeah, more than say, you know, them say good things come to those who wait, right?
Yep.
I mean, I agree with that. Good things come to those who hustle and those who work for it. So I encourage all the listeners to not be a waiter, but to be a hustler and a go-getter. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, you have to put in the work, said we.
Yeah, man.
Put in the work, said we. Anyway, gentlemen, let me close out the program here. And this is Darwin Smith and Rahim Stennett. And Rahim, your name is spelled Rahimstennett.
Yeah, man, that's correct.
Yeah, man. You're related to some Stennett that live on Sunrise Drive.
Sunrise. I don't know of that, you know. But anything possible.
Not before your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We used to go Calabar. So, yeah. No. So, Rahim Stennett and Darwin Smith are Rick Admical, man. Alfred, and introduced them to man. I'm proud to say them, man, they go matter because them have impeccable record. Both on the football field and academically, both of them get scholarship. We got a top tier institution of foreign. Both of them graduated with them top degree. I think both of them have masters, if I'm correct, if I'm not talk about, right? So, I them thing there, I'm glad say each can introduce me to, you know, that we can have a conversation. Because I want to go to school that generation after me. I left Meadowbrook 1982. And I am proud. And I can say, God bless that great school at 2A Meadowbrook Avenue. But we can have them conversation after 20 years for now. And 40 years for me with a different generation of man. Like we there talk. Like I could have got Meadowbrook at the same time. Because I'm Meadowbrook wife. You see me, I said to you, all I will love Meadowbrook same way. I will never leave Meadowbrook at all. Meadowbrook, as me always say, Meadowbrook is like the Hotel California for you. We can check out anytime, but we can't leave. You know that song, Welcome to the Hotel California. Listen to the words. We can check out anytime. But we can never really. And we never really leave Meadowbrook, you know. Never leave Meadowbrook at all. You know. So, but as I say, God bless the whole way. God bless that great school at 2A Meadowbrook Avenue. And peace out and have a good night. And me texting them tomorrow the information about picture them. So, and we talk. Thank you, my brother. Peace.
Yeah, man. Big up.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Big up yourself. May I link you?
Yeah, man. Thanks for listening to Meadowbrook Memories. And remember to give us all the encouragement you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. And special thanks to my production manager, Cameron Wright, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, this podcast would not be possible. It is his expertise that allows me to do what I love doing every week, having great conversations about Meadowbrook Memories, and he's responsible for everything else. So again, thanks to my production manager, Cameron Wright. Hello, this is Jelly, your Meadowbrook Memories host. Wouldn't you like to know how Meadowbrook won 7 trophies in 4 years in the 1980s? Purchase a copy of my book, The Starling Surprise, for a friend, a relative, or a student at Meadowbrook. Thank you. Check the link below. The views expressed by guests on this podcast are their own, and their appearances on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. While we will not add to statements made by a guest, we reserve the right to exclude statements or remarks that might be considered inflammatory. Thank you.